GM everyone, I'm Wefulu Lukuri, Starknet bro, carrying out, and I just launched, guess what? I just launched Ankh on Starknet. Now, Ankh is an ABI client. Ankh enables you to test your smart contracts as you are writing them. Like you don't need to deploy like immediately, and you start getting errors, and then you have to come back to your VS code. Oh, I made this error. I did not add this to my Cairo contracts. Oh, my ABI can't see anything. uh, while with Ankh, while you're writing your code, scab build, and you can test your contract immediately. And another thing you can actually do is when you're ready to deploy, you can actually deploy with Ankh. Now, follow me as I go to my VS code. Let's check out how this Ankh works. Thank you. Here in my VS code window, right, I've opened a simple ERC20 contract, and I actually have Ankh installed. But when you want to install Ankh, you just go to this icon. This represents the VS Code Marketplace, and you search for Ankh, ANKH. Sorry. Oh shit. So this is Ankh, right? Here is the README. Talks about features, full contract life. Let's just look at the quick start. So the only prerequisites, you have Scab installed, and then you have your .m file that has your Starknet credentials. The credentials I mean are your private key, account address, and your preferred RPC URL if you have one. And then in your scab.toml, you are going to set chasm equal to true. Very important. Although if you don't do this one, just make sure you open Ankh before you do your scab build. If you open Ankh first, Ankh is actually going to handle it for you. So I can come back here. I'm going to delete my target folder because it shows that I've built it already once. And then I'm going to close this. Because I've deleted that, if I open Ankh, Ankh doesn't see anything. And it's what you are seeing here, configure Cairo workspace root. If it doesn't see anything, it assumes that this is not your workspace root folder for Cairo. So when you click on this, you can actually select your different folders in the project. But I'm going to go with the actual workspace root. Then, okay, everything is set. Let me build. In my scab.toml, my chasm is equal to true already. I've set my .env. My .env is this way. I have my private key, Sepolia, RPCR, Sepolia, and account address. It has to be in these exact words, right? You shouldn't like replace them with maybe say next public or something. No, these exact words. So I'm going to go back to my ARC20. Okay, I can scab build right now, and let's see what happens. It's compiling. So yeah, the build is complete. We can see our targets here. So we just open Ankh again, and it has found our ARC20. Open open it. It picked this up from env. You have your network, Sepolia, RPCRL, and my account address. I can actually decide to copy the ABI from here. If you check my here, yeah, this is the ABI. So I have two options here. I can either deploy a new token or load an existing ERC20 token. I'm going to deploy a new token, but that's for that. Sorry, let me just close my terminal. And then this is the interaction block where you actually get to interact with the view functions and the external functions. The view functions is just another name for the read functions, while external are the write functions. And that's like the basic explanation. So what you have here, this name, symbol, decimals, is exactly what you have here. Let me look at exactly name, symbol, decimal, total supply bar. It's exactly the same thing. So let's come back here. We actually can't interact with anything now because we have not deployed the contract. Cursor not allowed. So let us deploy. Constructor call data. My token name, I'll name the token Ankh and the symbol KH because it's cool. So I'm going to deploy and it's deploying. It's not going to take time at all. Very smooth flow. All you need to do is sit back and watch. Deployment successful. You have the contract title here, and this is the contract address. Copy it if you want to. So let's read the name. Let's read the name. The name is showing us Ankh. Wow, that's the constructor called it output. Read the symbol KH. Let's read the decimals 18. Let's read the total supply 0 for now because we've not minted anything. To read balance of, we are going to have to put an account address here, and to read allowance. Okay, yeah, to read allowance, we're actually going to have to put the owner and the spender, but this is not a class on the RC20. So I'm going to copy my account address from here. Yes, you can actually collapse and expand this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mint 100,000 KH tokens to my account address. So let's send the transaction. Transaction sent successfully. We have the hash here, and we can actually view on Explorer. It opens Voyager for us. Let's just wait for it to open. Yep. Oh, my browser is trying to connect already. Mhm. Meanwhile, let's no need to wait for this. You can see the address already. So I'm going to check the balance of my account. And okay, let's just see this. This is opening. Some I think network is not really good. Whoa, check it out. 100,000. And then I'm going to transfer, right? Who is my recipient? Let me just say my recipient is the address of this contract. I want to transfer 100 to who the recipient is. So I'll send the transaction. Oh, my network. Okay. Sending the transaction again. Yep, success. And let me confirm that the transfer went through. I'm going to read the balance of this, and it has 100. And then I'll read the balance of my own account. And what does it have? It was deducted. So Ankh can work in that way. Then I'm going to open another folder, another repo to show you how Ankh works. Now, what we have here is a mono repo. As you can see, it contains contracts, devnet, frontend in the same folder, right? Um, this is actually from Starknet scaffold. So I have built the contracts already. I've configured my env. So I'm just going to go ahead to open my env. So when I open Ankh, oh sorry, my Ankh. This is what I have here. Oh god. So what we have here is actually a mono repo that contains contracts, devnet, and frontend. So in the other one, what Ankh does is that it looks into your root folder, looks for the targets, and then The target is what you get after you do scap build, right? Here I have already done scap build for the contract folder, but it's not in the root folder. What it's inside the contracts. So when I open Ankh cannot see anything. So I'm going to have to select my Cairo workspace routes, and it is this contract folder. So once I select it, Ankh can find my contract. I'm going to open it same way. I can copy ABI, my M variables, and let me put myself again as the owner. So I'm going to deploy. It works the exact same way, but this portion of the video is just to show you how you can use Ankh to select your workspace root folder instead of having to open the contracts folder separately to make your work easier. So Ankh can actually be opened while I'm typing my .tsx. Like, this is very very good innovation. I'm going to check it has deployed, and these are the voting functions contained. I don't think I need to interact with it since I've shown you in the other one. But for the fun of it, let me just start the election. I'm going to send the transaction, and the election has started. Only when the election has started can I nominate a candidate, and I'm going to nominate Ankh Client because Ankh Client is supposed to be the winner of this hackathon. So thank you guys for watching. For any questions you have, feel free to reach out to Wefilokore on Twitter, on Telegram, Wefilokore on Twitter. I'm going to drop my social links in the description. So thank you once again for watching. Try out Ankh today. Use it to improve your productivity 100 times, and make sure to pay your experience on X. Thank you.